Hello, everybody. I'm back. Okay, so I am going to open up Peak again, and we are going to see if that checkpoint actually did save. Notably, I left the game. The checkpoint was set, but it has since passed 1 p.m., which means that the new map is out. Like, the proper island, the next map is there. But it looks like we still have the option to continue our run. Lovely. We're gonna see if I can finish this. This very well might be a very short part 2, though. Oh, my rope dart is missing. Ah, well, I can't really expect it to save all of the ground items. That makes sense, though. Tested a lot of conditions there, basically simultaneously. Okay. So I'm going to accept, if I fall in the kiln, I'm basically dead anyway. So I don't want to worry about hunger if I can help it. New peak in one day? No. You see, they added they released the new update. So this is part 2 of the first peak. Because they released the new update that adds a checkpoint system, so you can come back to your run later. And I tested several conditions for it. If the game updates and the map you were playing on is removed, then your save is deleted. That is written in the patch notes. If you save a checkpoint before the island resets to the next day, you will still get the previous day's island, wherever you left off. It does not save ground items. But it does save everything in your inventory. Basically at the moment the campfire was lit, if I remember. And yeah, we crossed 1 p.m., so the new island has generated and is out. But the previous one is still accessible. So yeah, did some science, and it seems to have worked out. Lava rises. But either way, I had a work meeting, which happened to be perfectly timed so those conditions could all be tested. So now I have come to the kiln. I am rested. I have done my job. I am emptied of piss. The classics. This is the most prepared I have ever been for a kiln run. You know, restarted from checkpoint, because that's a thing you can do now. Which absolutely rules. That makes Tuesdays a lot easier for me. Yeah. I also want to say, while I was at that meeting, I finished the, like, meta plot entries that I wanted to write out for, the Faithful Strands stuff. And I'm going to be moving back into working on Dungeoneers of Kroya and the puzzle box specifically. The tutorial level dungeon that I have decided is final. Whip. Wild and crazy, exactly. I have like 200% less piss in my body than I usually do for this, so I'm basically invincible. Ignore that. I didn't slip. My hands are fine. I'm not sore. Blech. My right hand's joints are sore in the way that usually only my, like, knees and fucking shoulders are. I've got an ache. And, like, it's not stopping me from using my hand, but it is making the process much more uncomfortable. I would never slip. Thank you, Pyrite. I'm glad you believe in me. Damn. I know if no one else believes in me, Pyrite believes in me. Pyrite would never pray for my downfall. And yeah, after this, I have, like... Didn't see it, was tabbed out looking at dolls, therefore it didn't happen. Yeah, alright. I do know in an hour and a half I have therapy. I'm going to try and get some writing done before that point. And we will see what happens in therapy, and if I am emotionally wrecked or not from the process. I will say right now, as a direct result of doing that work meeting, I am fucking exhausted. That just kind of happens every time, though. Which, I mean, similarly, that happens after streams every so often. Though I have gotten better at functioning while a little streamed out. a little tired out from, well, a little tuckered. I do got this. I will say, I looked into hypermobile EDS a little bit more the other day. I do not think I have that. Notably, my therapist said it was a very cool disease to Google. And it's one of those things of like, I was going over the list, and it said a lot of stuff, but basically one of the core diagnostic criteria of hyperflexible Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is being hyperflexible, and I'm not. That's one of the major things. It's like, that's criteria 1. It's like, I fit some of the other stuff, and I have a lot of the, like, people who have this might also have. But that means that I probably fall into a different thing. Lovely. Yeah, it is very much in the name. Hey, Digi. All right. We have peaked. Notably, we have peaked in large part because this is part 2. Go back and watch part 1 if you are interested in the rest of the thing. I am the most haunted creature alive right now, I'm realizing. I have a backpack full of mystical items and I am made of bones. I am getting sent straight to a government lab. Jesus. But yes, this is part 2 of the expedition. Notably, I logged out just before the kiln. And this is because I had a work meeting from like 12:30 to 1. So, you know. But I came back, I tested a few conditions, it works. The checkpoint reload system does indeed work. I have tested the Play It Your Way update. I can verify. It very much does work. So, I appreciate everyone who came back and tuned in to watch me hit the peak. Imagine following a flare to rescue the survivors of a plane crash, and then a skeleton climbs into your helicopter. Hey, slightly worse, the skeleton is a backpack full of mystical artifacts. And is also, notably, wearing the hat of like a World War II era pilot. But yeah. I'm hanging out here with my bag full of cursed artifacts. I am a skeleton. Just vibing. Lovely. Alright. Well, I am going to head out. I appreciate everyone who tuned in. I appreciate your viewership. And I will see all of you guys next time. Bye.